What's up YouTube? So this is finally my review of the Zoom H1 handy recorder that I got about 2 months ago, and for the past 2 months I was using it for making my videos. If you go ahead and listen for the past 20 videos that I have, the audio was recorded with the Zoom H1. And the reason is that because the microphone is amazing. It picks up everything, and the quality of the recorded files is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love using it. In fact, I am using it to record this video right now. This sound that you hear comes from this device. So the device itself is very lightweight. It's made out from plastic. There are no metal parts whatsoever. It actually feels very cheap. But again, it costs $100, and for $100 you're not gonna get any better device. So if we look at the device itself, let's start from the bottom. There is the speaker, as you can see here. This speaker is used for listening to the recorded audio files, so you can decide whether to keep it or not. If we look at the front of the device, you can see down the H1 Zoom logo. In the middle you have the record or stop recording button. It's a very large button, so no worries about it. It doesn't have the pause function, so if you hit it once you are gonna record, and again you are gonna stop. In the middle also we have the screen, as you can see here. To the left we have the microphone gain level. We have the left and the right channels. We have also the battery indicator at the right corner in the top. We have the file format. It's a WAV file 44:116, and we have the recorded time. If we go more to the top, so this light indicates that it's recording and or peaking. So peaking means that it picks up too much gain. I'm gonna demonstrate that to you. As you can see, it flashes. And to the top we have the XY microphone here. Again, it's a chrome paint, but it's not metal microphones, it's a plastic microphone, and this aluminum finish here also is paint, and it's plastic. You can see these are the microphones. As I move it, you can see that the sound comes from different directions. This is a cardioid handy recorder, which means that it's directional. It picks up just from one side, which is at the top of the microphone. So if you point it, it's gonna pick up the sound from here. As you can hear now, my voice is not as now. So if we take a look at the right side of the device, you can see the USB port, the power on, off or hold button. If you slide it down and hold it, it's gonna power off, and if you do it again, it's gonna power on. And if you slide it up and hold it, it's gonna lock, and it will prevent any changes while you are recording. To the top, if we move to the top, this is the delete button, so you can delete the recorded files that you don't like or that you are done with. And to the top of the delete button we have the backward, then we have the mark or play pause button, then we have the forward button, then we have the input level buttons, up or down. This is for the gain, for controlling the gain, and this is the line in input. It's a 3.5 millimeter gold plated, and the input level can be controlled. If you go to the screen and push the microphone level buttons up, it's gonna increase it up till 100, I guess. Let's check it out. Yes. So as you could see, the microphone gain and sensitivity will increase. Of course, the hum will increase. But in the back you have some other buttons to control the low cut. So this is a filter, you can switch it on or off. It's gonna decrease the back noise in the background. This is the auto level on off switch, the recording format, wave or MP3 switch. If you are using this handy recorder for your DSLR, for making videos for YouTube, it's better to leave it to wave because it's uncompressed and the MP3 is compressed. MP3 is good for interviews, for lectures, for some things like that. If we move down to the buttons, we have the tripod hole. This is a standard tripod. And then we have the compartment for the battery. It takes a AA battery. You can add a rechargeable battery, which is better, of course, for saving money. If we look to the left side of the device, this is the 3.5 millimeter line out that I'm using now to monitor my voice. This is the 3.5, as I said. You can plug in any headphones that you like with 3.5 millimeter plug, and you can control the volume that you hear with the headphones with these both buttons. So down it decreases, and up it increases the volume. To the down of that we have the micro Sdhc memory slot. You can add up to 32 gigs. And this is actually everything on the device. As probably you noticed, there is no complicated menus that you have to go through. It's pretty straightforward. As I said before, just stop recording or record, and all the options that you need to control or change, all the settings are in the back: low cut, auto level, and recording format. For the low cut, it's actually pretty handy, but the auto level it's not so much, as it fluctuates a lot, so better leave it to off, and you can adjust the gain of the microphone from the side here. And that's it for the settings of this device. As probably you heard as I move my hand over the device, it picks up every little sound and it picks up all noises. A simple way to fix that is that you have to use a shock mount, which Zoom doesn't provide, but you can find on eBay, Amazon, or maybe at some local stores. I'm not sure of that. So this is an example of a shock mount that I got from the internet. I will put my Zoom in it, and you will see that it changes. So now I'm using a shock mount. As I move my hand and place it on the tripod, it doesn't actually make any extra noise, which is cool. It reduces the noise. You can use any other shock mounts. I have a spider shock mount here, but you have to use the microphone clip adapter from the Zoom accessory pack. Anyway, if we talk about the pros of this little recorder, is that first of all it picks up very nice quality sound, as you can probably hear. So this is a pro, as for $100 you don't find many of recorders that do so. Another pro that it has a microphone input for using with an external microphone, and it does have a headphone input to monitor your sound, which is great. Another pro, that the menu, as you saw, it's very simple to use. There are no complicated settings. Everything has a dedicated button, which is very easy, and you don't have to suffer while you configure it. And if we talk about the cons here, that I really don't like about it, that it really bugs me, is the noise that it makes when you hold it. So if you don't have a shock mount, you're gonna have a lot of noise all the time, which is a pain if you listen to it back. So you are gonna need a shock mount, and that's for sure. Another complaint that I don't like about is the build quality, but again, for $100 maybe I shouldn't cry or something like that. Anyway, if we talk about the buttons that it has, the buttons don't give you any feedback when you press them, so you don't know whether you press them or not. If I, like, let's say, change the, let me show you. If I change the microphone gain level, there is no feedback. I don't hear any clicks, and I don't know whether I changed it or not. Anyway, you're gonna be used to that, so maybe it's not a big deal after all. Another complaint is that the USB port that it has right here, it's a mini USB port, and it doesn't work with any mini USB cable. In order to work, you should get this cable that the Zoom H1 accessory pack gives you. Again, it's not included in the Zoom H1 box, which is also a pain. This cable makes the Zoom H1 handy also for connecting it to your computer, not only for transferring the files, but it makes the Zoom H1 a USB microphone for your computer, which is great, and it also works as a preamp if you want to connect another, let's say, microphone that requires power, which is great. But again, you should have the cable that the Zoom H1 accessory pack gives you. I don't know about you guys, I don't know if it works for you with other cable, but I have two Zoom H1s, and with both of them other mini USB cables don't work, so I am stuck with the Zoom H1 cable. Other than that, I love this recorder, I enjoy using it, I don't have any other complaints. Most of the complaints that I have are resolved. I resolved my complaints with buying the cable from Zoom, with buying a shock mount for my Zoom, and the issue that I had with the buttons, it's not a big deal anymore for me, as I am used to it. And it has actually more pros than cons. I highly recommend it. And what I like about it is that if you're gonna drop it or break it or something like that, you're not gonna feel pity. After all, it's $100. It's not a big deal. It's not a $400 sensitive little device that you can break. Anyway, I dropped this Zoom H1 a couple of times, and well, fingers crossed, nothing happened so far. Everything is fine with it, and this was my review of it, guys. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like it, and see you in the next video.